well, if they want to make it into playoffs at this point, they not only need to beat BS+Competition and Omino Sun, they probably need to do it in fairly convincing fashion as well. They need to get that map difference up pretty quickly, fairly rapidly.
Yeah.
Orcs GP NuaLaoch's essentially the only team that they can still catch in this playoffs race, and they are a long way behind on map difference. -3 for Orcs GP NuaLaoch at the moment, -11 for the side of Ascent.
Vortex is going to be the first map locked in for BS+Competition here. Again, pulling out interesting picks now at this point. Last time, going for what was their first pick last time? Pool. Which again, yeah, that was understandable with that one. This time their first pick is Vortex, which they left until their third pick last time.
Yeah, and of course didn't manage to get their Ascent. Will pick Frosty.
Oh yeah,
that's an interesting one. I mean, hey, they've come into
guaranteed.
The final week needing 2 wins, Twiggy, and they've decided, it looks like, that the answer to that was to shake things up, to practice a map that no one else maybe has practiced as much. They are a little bit unfortunate that their first opponent today is BS+Competition, one of the few other teams in this Challenger League who has practiced this map a little bit, who was willing to go to it themselves. But it's still a switch up. It's what we've been asking for since the format was revealed, since we found out about the pick bans, is teams to treat it a little bit strategically, to try and mix it up on your opponents.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we're heading into Vortex first. This is usually what we would see on a Sprout series, is Vortex first. This time around, it's BS+Competition who want to take the fight here. And BS+Competition, fair play to them. I mean, they've got a 75% win rate here. In fact, the only other team other than Sprout that have only lost it once. So really important now that they get that one done. And, hey, I mean, their stats on it are not, insane, but every time they've picked it, they have won it.
Yep, they are quick on it, and obviously their first pick on it, looking to start this match off right up against Ascent, looking to make sure that they stay in the race for one of those top spots as well. 3rd or 4th place with a win here would be much more likely. Losing this match to Ascent would not only give Ascent hope of making their way into the playoffs at the final hour, but potentially would give BS+Competition that 5th or 6th place spot instead. That's an early mistake though from Arthur. That is not exactly the start that Ascent we're looking for.
Yeah, well, luckily, just as BS+Competition may have used their last series as a warm-up, I'm not sure what else it could have been, honestly, looking at it. Ascent can use this series. Ascent can use this series as their warm-up, I guess. And Snow and Glass, obviously having played 4 maps already, although not this one, will probably feel a little more, warmed up into this. And I mean, they seem relatively comfortable on this map. Their best times are not up there with, Xerath, Ascent, as it were, on this one. I think it's a 105.75 or so for BS+Competition for Glass. But Snow setting a very good time to start off with. Xerath not able to keep up here. Glass should stay in 3rd position. And in fact, yeah, I mean, Snow not with a, blinding time, but it's good enough, and it gives them that first round win.
Good enough, keeping things stable. Definitely a good way to start things off for BS+Competition here. That early mistake from Arthur really costing the team on this one. And he is the slower of the 2 players on this map. His PB is a full 6/10 behind his teammates. With that said, Xerath does have the Challenger League record, so, it's not the end of the world. A 106.1 is still a good time here. It's still quick, but it's not as good as the PBs of most of the other players in this league. So we're looking at Arthur here maybe to step up. We're definitely looking at Xerath, though, to be the hero for Ascent on this map. Yeah,
it does seem that way so far. BS+Competition, though, again, have not lost this map when they have picked it. They have lost it once. But so far, this time around, it should be... It looks fine for them. They look both consistent for the time being, and that's what matters here, especially on a map like Vortex. Speed is not really the name of the game when mistakes are going to happen every single round. That's usually what we see on Vortex. It's very easy to, I was just going to say, over-jump a pipe or something like that, and Xerath demonstrates it very nicely for me. Lucky I don't get the accusations of cursing it because I didn't see it quick enough. But so far, Arthur is going to have to improve that PB to give them a draw. Oh.
Yeah, and will not.
Not quite.
I'll call that one a curse, Twiggy, for sure. As Snow and Glass go hand in hand around the final turn. 106.8 is, again, slow. Honestly, I'm going to call that one a slow round. 1.3 seconds off the Challenger League record. But it is, again, quick enough. It is consistent. Both players hit their mark, and they move to 5-1.
Yeah, and it's looking like they're going to keep up that win rate here, despite the fact that Ascent have the TMCL record. I mean, the TMCL record is nowhere near the TMGL record on this one, or the world record, I should say. So I guess, well, teams maybe not having practiced it as much, I think, is a big part of that one. Again, it's not one of the maps that is picked by everyone. It's really only picked by Sprout and BS+Competition. And apart from that, you're not really going to play it that often. You can see people not going for optimal lines, obviously. The bug slide is a big one that will gain you time there. Oh, Snow making a mistake. That's going to give Ascent an opportunity to get into this.
Yeah, it was a rough place to make one as well. On the entry into the bobsleigh, clipping there and losing speed means that he was quite slow around the bobsleigh. It was the smallest of clips, but it has cost over 2 seconds to Snow in this round. Arthur has fallen behind, but Zerar is on a good run this time around. The issue being the Glass is right there on the pace as well, just behind as they enter this identity, as they enter this final pipe. It is wobbly from all the players, but that's because of the spinners, and they will make it through nonetheless. Zerar will hold on to that lead for a 106.1, and it's points back on the board for Ascent, their first round win. Unfortunately for them, BS+Competition still 4 points ahead.
Yeah, they can catch up with. They can catch up with this one, make it a 9-9 if they keep getting those round wins. But obviously, you're going to want a little something more than that to an ace at some point. Would it be absolutely brilliant to draw them level with BS+Competition before BS+Competition can get that consistency up? Obviously, the longer you play a map, the more consistent players get. That's what we see week in, week out. But right now, Ascent on the back foot.
Yeah, Ascent, like you said, they're really looking for that ace at this point. You don't want to be just scraping wins and always at risk of dropping further behind and giving up this first map. It'll be a confidence booster if they can find it, but it is BS+Competition who are on the path to ace at the moment. Just the quicker team through the first half of the map. As you pointed out, nobody going for that riskier line, the one that we classically see Dexter as the player who goes for the most often. The mistake is from Glast this time around, though, in a rare position, falling off the end of that pipe rather than the start of it, and opening things up for potential points back on the board for Ascent. Zerar is a long way down. Arthur here is just slower than Snow across this round, and barring a mistake at the end here, it is going to be a draw, but it's Arthur who makes the mistake, and I think it's an ace all the way back. Glass made another mistake.
I don't know
all
about
the way
one.
back. Zerar is somewhere. It's a long way behind any of these cars, and it does mean a round win for BS+Competition ultimately in a very messy round.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, that was just a quite unfortunate round from everyone apart from Snow. And BS+Competition make it work for some points, but either way, now just going to get over that finish line. It's a pretty simple one to get done. Obviously, a first place pretty much gets you there, no matter what. Even if it takes 2 rounds, that's absolutely fine. And so far, they have been getting those first places, so I don't see why BS+Competition should be choking this.
They've really not struggled to find the points in any of our previous rounds on this map so far, and with only 2 to go, they're looking strong. Once again, the quicker team through the start of this map. After the bobsleigh, they've definitely had a couple of tenths of a lead most of the time, and they look to be setting that up once again. It's a slow entry from Glass, and Zerar is very, very quick. Arthur is also making a little bit of a comeback. That's better from Ascent, but it's not good enough to challenge Snow just yet. Zerar risking through that section, though. Shortest line possible, has managed to regain a lead.
Yeah, well, everybody close to each other at the very least for the time being. Now Glass very close behind, goes for a really risky line there, gains a little bit of time on Zerar and Arthur near, almost clips a wheel, but everybody tight together. Will anybody make a mistake here on the identity? No, it's all clean from everyone involved. Glass loses out on a bit of speed there with a hang of a wheel. What happened there from Arthur near? No. He falls back, and it's a massive mistake, absolutely massive mistake from Arthur near, and it gives away the win to Competition.
What even happened there?
Put a wheel through the billboard
at the end? I think he might have. That's
slammed his wheel between the billboard and the grass.
Potentially very unfortunate from Arthur, just very high at the exit there. We very rarely see players even close enough to the edge at the end, high enough for that to even be a possibility. And it unfortunately costs them not only the round, but the map. No chance of a comeback, and it will be a shock to immediately find themselves on grip. That round, at the very end, all the way up until the last few meters, was looking like we were getting another round on Vortex.
Yeah, I don't want to know what the voice chat sounds like between those two right now, because it's probably very loud and scary. Honestly, I would not be happy with that. Oh yeah, either that, yeah, or just complete, yeah. Yeah, that's either an awkward one or a very, very frustrating one for them. But either way, now you got to reset, get into your second map, and try and take this one. Either way, it was BS+Competition's map pick, so it's not the end of the world. And Ascent has kind of been the stomping ground here for, or Grip has been the stomping ground for Ascent.
Yeah, they have definitely looked solid on this one, and they will have to look very, very solid this time around. Arthur is quicker. He is going to start this round off well, but it's glassed in second place, and Zerar was the player to make a mistake early on. Nearly 6 seconds behind, and it's up to Arthur to try and hold on to limit the damage to make this one stick. Glassed will clip a wheel and head all the way off. Snow's made a mistake that sent him down behind Zerar as well, and all of a sudden, if Glassed makes another mistake, this is Ascent starting things off with an ace of their own. Glassed keeps it safe though, and Zerar is not close enough to punish. Got there in time to see Glassed finish at least, and that is a round win for Ascent.
Oh, 103.6. We're really pushing the boundaries here today. I'm telling you, like, you wouldn't think the times would be like this with the amount of time we've spent actually, you know, like, we've already got a series done. We've got a map done there. We're storming through today's events. And yet the times have been... We've had some good times today, but that is... Yeah, I mean, you don't have to push it if the person behind you clips a wheel on one of the parts where... I mean, we really haven't seen anybody in the TMCL slam into a pipe on the... or a pole, sorry, on the identity on this one, but Zerar making another mistake at the start. Arthur now, oh lord, what is going on?
Well, that's illegal from Glassed. It's got to be. I mean, it's just clipping the wheel and still coming out in first place. He's helped. It has to be said by his opponents crashing out around him. But look, it's fine. It's fine. He's holding up to first, and Snow is the closest player to him. And Ascent have just dropped behind once again, and all their good work on round one, managing to open up a lead for near one of the first times in this series so far, is about to go out the window as BS+Competition cruise on through. A bit of a release from Snow, just making sure that this one goes safely to the line. Will still manage to overtake his teammate. That was Glass in the lower finish, but Zerar did crash out, or at least get a full slowdown somewhere along the way, and so was not in a position to make a snipe happen. BS+Competition up to 4-2.
Yeah, and Ascent have really, like, I can't overstate it, Ascent have looked a lot better than BS+Competition on this map historically. BS+Competition have not won this map. Their games have been relatively close, but they have not won it whatsoever. Their times, I mean, their best time is a 102.1, whereas most teams are on that 101 at this point. Ascent have got a 75% win rate. They have picked it every time. They are very confident on it, and it's their first pick for a reason. They have a 30% almost ace percentage, and this is not looking good for them. Arthur again has made a mistake early on in the map, and BS+Competition look more consistent.
Yeah, Arthur has dropped all the way back, and even a draw at this point, you have to start to feel fully favors BS+Competition, who have been the team picking up just points in rounds more often than not. They have managed to consistently grow that lead, at least on Vortex, and an ace back here on Grip in the last round made life a lot easier for them. Snow getting very close to the edge here is looking not shaky on the identity, but definitely not fully comfortable, but it won't matter, as it is going to be still a second place. Glass has made a mistake, and with the respawn will still pick up third, but it was close. Not close enough though.
Yeah, and well, BS+Competition keep that 2-point lead at this point, and I mean the fact that they're, you know, putting together what low 102, oh sorry, high 102s and then a 106 and still getting a point out of that round is really interesting to see. I mean, I think we all kind of know the reason why TMCL... Oh, no way! Both of them?
Boys.
Look, okay, we've got enough French players in this server. I think we all know the subtext of why the players are not particularly, you know, as focused as they could be. But, like, It's yeah, it's still a bit still a bit XDD.
Yeah, it is still the final week of matches for Challenger League. You'd still kind of just expect muscle memory from previous weeks to be carrying through. The mistakes that are coming through are big. That is Snow fully sliding out with wet wheels. Glast is alone heading around the identity. But it's a comfortable lead, and you'll be happy enough taking that. It's not going to be a quick time. It's very relaxed through the grip identity as well.
Oh, no.
Insult to injury on the final turn.
No, I'm sorry, no. How?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. I don't have answers for you, so I'll just go opposite. I'll just say yes.
They got an ace with a 106.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
At least, cool. Look, if both players from Ascent make it through this first jump, ooh, big moves. Zera made it through and Arthur made it through, so...
Oh my god! Guys, this is historical!
Incredible.
Oh my... They made it! I feel like we're getting really close to the point of being actively rude.
No... It's just,
and yet it's
like that, the fact that both players crashed on that last round on essentially the first jump is awkward. Arthur and Zero, though, this is a better round from them. This is a chance to make it 8-6, and if they do, map's not over yet.
Yeah, this is genuinely actually up there with one of the rounds that Ascent have played on this map so far. This could actually be an attempt to get things back in their favor. Maybe it just took a little bit to get back into... I don't know why I bother. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, it's still an ace. It's still an ace. Yeah, it's still nice. Like, okay, come on. Okay, maybe you've kind of stopped trading as much for the past 2 weeks, but come on.
Zera just fully did not turn left and drove
long-term memory
off the identity. Yeah, banger. That's an ace. The Ascent are back within 2 points. They are not on match point themselves yet. They do still need a round win. They cannot afford to give one back in the favor of BS+Competition, but they at least seem to have found the pace, even if it wasn't consistent all the way to the end from both players there. They are back on managing to win rounds, and that's important.
Yes, there is a possibility. You're saying there's a chance. Oh, and okay. Everybody gets through the first part unscathed now. Everybody's going to make that speed check. Everybody's going to get into the dirt in pretty much, everybody together format here. Glass and Arthur up at the top. Zera right in front of Snow. Now maybe this is going to be a more competitive round coming on through. No. It just isn't. Both Ascent players can't get through the water!
They're going to find themselves slowly sinking to the bottom of the pool there, and we haven't even visited pool yet. If they're having issues with water, it's only about to get worse as BS+Competition finish things off on grip with another ace. That's a pretty strong round, though. I mean, 102.0
yeah, it's just not a bad time.
Solid. That's a solid time from BS+Competition, and I'm happy with that. Arthur will slide out off the identity one more time. He's full risking it. He's practicing for the next match, but don't forget, if Ascent lose this first match this evening to BS+Competition, that is it. Their hopes of playoffs are gone.
Mental reset. I'm aligning my chakras. We can do this. We can get through today. We can. We're going to have to see Ascent play that map one more time today. You realize that, right?
Yeah. It seems pretty likely that they do pick it again up against Orcs GP NuaLaoch. And they have Frosty to go yet. Our second time seeing Frosty.
I better see something insane on Frosty. To be honest, the TMCL record is still like a second and a half, maybe even more now. I don't.
So beatable.
Hold on, let me check the actual difference between those two records at this point, because I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, it's warm up.
Massive. Yeah, calm down.
Yep. Yeah, it's warm. Look, it's been a while since I even got close to casting a warm up, so a little bit of baiting chance.
Yeah, we're 1.8 seconds behind right now. It is very possible that we see some records coming on through on that one. And yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, they picked it up against a team that historically have liked that map, but have just kind of dropped it. I don't want to play with you anymore. Yeah. I don't know.
We'll see. We'll see. Zera's made an early mistake here on pool. BS+Competition no longer flawless across the season, but it did take alternate attacks to prevent that from them in our last match tonight. And, well, BS+Competition, they are still a very, very strong team here on pool. And Ascent, unfortunately, with the form they've shown so far tonight, I'll be honest, I think we're heading pretty rapidly towards match point for BS+Competition.
I mean, Ascent are also the only team that have not won this map once. I feel like we can kind of see why. But yeah, played it 5 times, not won it at all. They've got a negative 25 round differential at the moment. They've won 27 rounds. They've lost 52. Their best time of 105.6. Still a ways away from the best times that we're seeing from other teams. And BS+Competition are just going to kind of show off that one here. I mean, they got... I'm not going to say stomped here by alternate attacks literally 30 minutes ago, but it wasn't a very good time for them. And this is, I mean, it just shows the differences that we've got going on between...
I will correct you there, Twiggy. They've minus 25 point score. Okay, they haven't lost 52 rounds.
Oh yeah, no rounds. Sorry, yeah.
You know
what I mean? Look.
I knew what you mean. I'm just clarifying for some of the people in chat. You know? That's just to make sure that everyone's on the same page here. That we're all reading from the same hymn sheet. Okay,
sure. Yeah, no need to make it political. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that at all. Snow and Glass. I don't know why I said that. Look, this day already has just been so mind-numbing that I am, like, half gone already. Like, that was... You didn't even say anything remotely political, but either way, Snow and Glass. I mean, this is a pretty... It's a pretty simple one.
They're not going to get another race, Twiggy. They're not going. Oh wait, Arthur's crashed again. That's fine. Zera's there. It will be a draw. It won't be a draw. Glass will still pick up the round win for BS+Competition. Massive victory.
You are going to need to send a paramedic to my apartment after we're done today, I think. Oh my lord. This is just... Come on, man.
This is the final week of Stage 2. One of these teams is fighting for their lives in this stage. They are fighting to avoid the promotion and relegation tournament. And that team is Ascent, currently trailing by 4 points and 2 maps in what could be their last relevant match of the season. And, well, here we are, and it's going to be tough, because once again, BS+Competition are looking fantastic on pool, and Zera and Arthanir, they're struggling to keep the car out of the wall at times.
I mean, everybody's struggling. There has not been a single player on broadcast today that has not been struggling right now. But either way, at least Glass. Okay, here we go. I think Glass had one of the better times before Panda absolutely smashed it. Let's see. Can we? I don't know what the splits are right now. Oh, look, just look at Glass. Just look at Glass, please. Okay, right. Everybody is still.
Glass is making mistakes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at how beautiful it is.
Okay, there we go. That is a round. That was a pool round. It was still a 106.7.
This is not how pool was meant to be played. Honestly, avert your eyes, everyone. Okay, we'll call you. We'll call you back when there's a round that is worth looking.
Oh my god.
We'll get there. I can feel it, Twiggy. Right? We're gonna get a TMCL record this round. Don't you worry, Twiggy. Don't you worry.
You're 100% sure on that one. We're getting a TMCL record this time. We're getting an improvement of 1.6 seconds from last round. That's what we're getting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're actually going to get a world record. It's going to be down into the 104s for the first time in World Tour.
Okay. Yeah, well, so far technically on track. So far on track. By Glass.
I think lost in that turn.
Yeah, very possibly now not possible anymore. Very possible. Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see. Oh, yeah, very much not possible. Absolutely not possible. In no way is it possible anymore.
Well, look, Snow still gets the record here, and we realized that Glass was on insane pace. He is now dueling. We could still see another round on pool. This is potentially a draw at the moment.
It is indeed. Still 1 turn to go. Yeah. I'm not sure about that one. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. No. Oh boy. Oh buddy. Oh.
Well, GG. Alright, on we go. Twiggy!
I'm so sorry to the social media manager for the Twitter account, because what can you clip? What can you clip today?
Twiggy, we're going to potentially finish Ascent's season on Frosty.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm delighted. I'm looking forward to hopefully somehow this match being the match that delivers a new Challenger League record tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited for all the wrong reasons. I really am. Yeah, this is fun. Today has been really fun.
Yeah.
You know what? We deserve something like. Although I feel like we took a two-week break, and I'm like, oh, I really want to cast some. I
took a 3-week break.
Itching. Well, yeah, you did indeed. You weren't there last time. Well, I cheated on you, but Look, I was itching to come back to it. I was like, oh my god, I want to see some good Trackmania go on. I saw TMCL. I was like, oh, it's so good. And then this happened, and it's like I couldn't set these times. Sure, I'm not gonna pretend that I could do better than them. Although in some rounds I feel like I definitely could do better than some of the times. But yeah, it's still not quite what we're used to seeing, and that's also. Yeah.
Hey, that's a great start for Ascent.
I mean, yeah, Ascent are doing well.
1-2 position. I mean, reverse sweep. I know it's very early to be saying we really haven't even played a full round in map 4, but imagine if that's how Ascent keep their season alive. It'll take some doing. We have a long way to go, and it will start with a strong performance on Frosty. And so far, this is a strong performance on our first round. Zera and Arthur yet to make a mistake. Their opponents both having made one. Snow and Glass have dropped a long ways back, but this is it. The identity, is it clean, is the big question. Zera and Arthur both keeping it clean. Zera won't, though. He's managing to go for the illegal wallbang. A second one and sniped at the line by Snow, who will come from nowhere with a clean identity to lose 1 point for Ascent to keep BS+Competition in the game.
I mean, hey, all things considered, it was still a good round. Look, okay, that's fine. But to be fair, yeah, we don't see Frosty that often here in the TMC. Actually, we don't see Frosty very often.
A tenth and a half off of the record.
That's good. Well, yeah, the record. If you want to look at the difference between the two times now, just top left of your screen, top right of your screen. Those are times for two different maps.
Top left of your screen. Just look at the Challenger League.
Don't look anywhere on your screen. Avert your eyes. Stay tapped in so we keep the viewership, but don't. Either way,
we'll be fine.
Arthur looks like he really wants to be setting some insane times here, though.
Arthur may have practiced this map and this map. No, that's too harsh. I can't say that. But he is looking very practiced on Frosty at the moment.
We're getting too
relative to some of the other maps that we've seen so far in this competition. Unfortunately, Zera has dropped a long way down, so really Ascent looking at maybe a draw at best here, but it's Frosty, and I do not want to count out the possibility of catastrophic mistakes.
Yeah, although the thing is you can't fall off the map here, you've got reactor boost, so you can get back up to speed pretty easily here on this last part, so I don't think there's really much chance of anything going too wrong for BS+Competition here. Yeah, it's all good, but there is a TMCL record. Get your lowercase as in chat, as Arthur has improved by 6/10. 6/10.
That is a massive improvement, and again, if this was any map other than Frosty, that would be utterly insane. It's still strong. It is still very impressive to improve by 6/10 to bring us down to 106.2 this time by Arthur, and again, definitely looking like the best player so far on the map. Taking a much wider setup there on that first turn than Glass and Snow, and you can see it coming back with a lot more speed than either Snow or Glass. Nearly too much speed for his own good. Ends up very wide, having ended up on the left of that sausage block and dropping back into Snow's clutches.
Yeah, he also takes a different line, dropping down the kind of almost a side jump, but not really.
Yeah.
Down onto the plastic. Oh my lord. Jesus.
Oh, Snow.
Yeah, Snow. Just ignore that. I was looking at the Tokyo drift there from Arthur, absolutely insane. But Glass is now well out ahead on this one, and it's going to take a little bit of doing. I mean, Ascent's identity has looked good. Zera had a bit of trouble on it, but Arthur was looking real good. Maybe can catch up that time, but 4/10 still a pretty decently large margin, although Glass, I think, touched the cruise control there. Drop back further. Zera, dear, also made a mistake. Can Arthur make up that time on the final turn? Pulls out of the 360, but Glass stays out ahead.
Yeah, acceleration not enough to get there without doing the 360 at the end. Glass holds on for a draw. Ascent maintain their 1 point lead. most competitive map we have had so far, really. Both teams with their share of strong times and mistakes means that this one is still anyone's game.
Yeah, it really is. It's kind of weird getting back into the frame of mind where there's actually something competitive happening after 7 straight maps of that not being the case. But either way, yeah, now, I mean, Frosty, yeah, just one of those maps where, I mean, the thing is, if anybody had, I feel like, practice this really consistently, it's not an inconsistent map. You know, you could get really good at this one, I feel like, and nobody has really done that. BS+Competition toyed with the idea of it earlier on in the season, but they just kind of dropped it. Ascent look like they may be on track to make this their thing. It's still technically possible that they can get into the top 6 here, and, well, I mean, they would have to pull off the reverse sweep to do so, but either way, if that was the case, they did get into the playoffs, and this was their map, you know, their first pick. There are a couple of teams that don't ban it. They could actually get some free maps off of it.
I will say, though, as we do head towards the end of this round, I'll save it until afterwards, as Arthur makes a mistake. Snow cruises on through. Glast is close, but not close enough. He is not close. I lied.
No,
through my teeth.
Really
Arthur will pick up second place. Glast is cruising through, looking for a third. It's a slow finish, but it's quick enough for BS+Competition to tie things up at 5-5. And Twiggy, even if Ascent reverse sweep here, the first decider if teams are tied at the end of the season is, I believe, map differential. And reverse sweeping in order to pick up the win here is only going to be good enough for a +1 for Ascent, who currently sit at -11 before this match. They'd only move to -10. And even if they go on to beat Orcs GP NuaLaoch 4-0 in the next map, I'm not sure that
it's technically possible if Orcs lost both of their...
I think they...
Like, Orcs would have to, obviously get a map differential lower than -6?
Yeah, which exactly. Is, -6 would
so it's
be
possible.
It's
possible.
It is doable, but they need to probably sweep Orcs GP NuaLaoch after managing to reverse
to be fair, at the very least, they are the arbiters of their own, you know, of their own kind of fate going on with that one.
It's still technically in their own hands at the moment.
Yeah, they just have to do really well against Orcs. Yeah, it's a difficult line now. I feel like pretty much having to win 7 straight maps in a row. But at least they're going to have that warm-up coming into this one. And things are going very wrong for them. It's all gone very wrong. It's all gone very wrong very quickly. What a brilliant round.
Incredible identity. Yeah, from BS+Competition. Absolutely stand out there on Frosty. It is, by definition, not the quickest round that we have seen, but it was very, very impressive through that identity.
Yeah, it definitely was. And BS+Competition finding back their mojo on this map after having dropped it from their off their pick list up against alternate attacks, where I feel like they could have got a free, well, maybe not free. I feel like alternate attacks are probably somewhat okay at this map at least. Yeah, but you know, I feel like it would have been a better idea. Arthur definitely has that better line there. That is absolutely brilliant. It saves him almost half a second going in on that one, and Snow is just left in the dust or left in the, I don't know, ice shards of Arthur as he moves through that first section now, but well out ahead, and I could be setting another TMCL record in this round. Zera, though, down by 7 seconds. It feels like it is just Arthur who is well practiced on this map at this moment, as Zera just cannot keep up, has been making mistakes time in, time out on the identity at the very least on this map. But I think, we're going to have to wait and see if Arthur can improve on that time. It's going to have to be a very a clean identity here. The first turn is really good. Next one, real good. It may just be... 106.284. So close, not quite there, but it looks like it should be a round win for them. Zera just has to struggle on through to the finish line. That's so slow. Within 3/10, but it's fine.
Yeah, we'll manage to claw a couple of points back, and it is 9-7. And you know what that means? It means that we get a winner on Frosty in this round, guaranteed. And for Ascent, nothing but an ace will do. It's an ace or the end of your stage for Ascent, and that's a scary position to be in. Yeah,
it is. It's possible now that they can get this one done, but Zera really weighted the world on his shoulders at this point. Has been the one finishing in the bottom 2 every single time so far. Does not have the same lines as Arthur either on this. I mean, I do find it very funny how the and the only player who has been consistently out ahead at this point is the one player who's not French. I think it's just very apt considering, you know, other events that are going on at this point in time. But either way, yeah, well out ahead at this point. And Zero just, you know, cannot keep up with his teammate. Finding it difficult even to keep up with Glass and Snow at this point, but we've seen mistakes happen on this identity. Can happen now. BS+Competition only need one player up in that top 2. Zera has a massive task ahead of him right now. Arthurnate again looking to set a really good time, although slower on that identity, getting overtaken by Snow at the very least, and Glass as well. BS+Competition put not only one more hammer, one more nail in the coffin, but several more.
BS+Competition round out their season. They will finish round out the stage with a 4-3 record. They're not guaranteed in the top half. Some of it will come down to later results as well. And a +6 map difference may not be enough to carry them through some of these head-to-heads. But they did what they had to here in this final match. And unfortunately for Ascent, that is it. Their best possible record, a 1-6 now. It's not going to be enough to carry them past GP NuaLaoch, who with a 2-3 record are guaranteed at least 6th place. Ascent will be playing in a promotion relegation after making it through the last one after stage 1.
Yeah, well, for GP NuaLaoch at the very least now, this is a seeding game. All Ascent can do is ruin Orcs' day. That's about it at this point. But either way, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens on that one. Ascent warmed up into this one and unfortunately not winning, you know, their out of left field map pick. Again, they picked it against the other one team that has practiced that map pretty much. So it's a little unfortunate, but yeah.